Hello and welcome to We Are the Ville, the Westerville City Schools podcast. I'm your host, Melanie Amato. This podcast is designed to take you behind the scenes to showcase how our schools operate and highlight our amazing programs and students. This is episode 11.
Does anybody know what the month of February is? Anybody know what's special about the month of February? Yeah? Shout it out if you know it. Anybody know? Right, Black History Month.
It's February, which means it's Black History Month, a time to honor and celebrate the history, culture, and contributions of Black Americans. Across Westerville City Schools, students are celebrating Black History Month through performances and programs at every level. At Westerville Central, North, and South High Schools, students have come together to create a powerful showcases that highlight culture, creativity, and pride. Joining me today are students from each of those programs. First, please welcome Imani and Rodav from Westerville South High School. Hi guys, welcome.
Thank you so much for having us here today.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's begin, and why don't you tell me a little bit about each of you and like how you got started into working on the showcase.
Okay, I'll go first. My name is Imani Akita, and I'm a senior here at Westerville South. Over the past 4 years, I've been really involved within my school and my community through leadership organizations, but South particularly has shaped me into who I am. And while I miss it a lot, I am excited to graduate this year and continue my education studying international studies and public policy. So
wonderful.
My name is Rodav. I started being a part of the BHM program my sophomore year. I think BHM was one of the first groups I was a part of at South that really helped me express my creativity in a way that has helped me grow as a human being for sure. It's helped my leadership increase. It's helped my confidence in my talents also increase. And so it holds a very special place in my heart. I'm also graduating this year, hopefully to study international relations in the future. And I'm hoping to use whatever I learned here wherever I go in the future.
That's amazing. And now since you started your sophomore year and just participating, how did you become involved in wanting to lead and do the whole program?
Honestly, they kind of just chose us, and there was a lot of, I think, learning pains, growth pains along the way. But I think that's kind of the best way to learn, just getting put in the fire. Either you get burned or you come out stronger. So.
Wonderful. And Imani, you do so much around here. So like just adding another thing to your plate?
Yeah, I mean, I started doing BHM in 2023. I started off as a participant, as a dancer, and then I was also in acting that year. I did acting as well my junior year, and by my senior year, I was decided to be the director of the show this year. And just like Rodav said, at first it was kind of like you have to do it because, I mean, you obviously are showing strengths in this area, but then after I just started to love it so much. The people, the amount of time that we put into it, it honestly is just, it's really great to see everything come out together. And being a leader, you get to see the behind the scenes, all the work that goes into it. So it's really inspiring. So.
Yeah, and people probably think that something like this comes together in a short amount of time, but you guys start planning something like this probably a year before.
Summer of 2025, actually, yeah. But it's all great.
Good. And so why do you think it's important to start that soon and to get everybody kind of involved?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we have 28 days in the whole year, and those 28 days are the time we get to highlight our culture and get to highlight our talents. And so I think it's very important to try to get every single part of Black history involved, like whether you are from Somalia, whether you are from Eritrea, or you are American, or you are African, or Haitian, no matter where you are from, we still, like, we have this skin, and so I think it's very important to put work into making sure all parts of Black history are expressed. Yeah.
I mean, Rodav said it straight. All the time that we put into it, it's all for a reason. We do it for a reason. Obviously, students love to be a part of it, and they love to just be involved in the show, but we all realize that we're doing this because we want to show our culture, share our heritage, share parts of ourselves that some people may not see unless they're in this space. And it helps a lot of students open up and then also be involved in school. And I'm sure a lot of students take that as a good opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if people are coming to see the showcase, what will this involve? What will they see?
I got that.
No, you got it. You wrote the script.
Oh, nice.
First of all, they got acting, They're expecting to see acting, they're expecting to see dances, spoken word, and songs. And I think something that we definitely try to emphasize is making sure the whole story is connected. So making sure the dances also play a part in telling the story, making sure the songs play a part in telling the story, making sure the spoken words also relate to the story. Because we do have a lot of different parts of our show, and so it does get stressful to make it feel all connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's something that we definitely take a lot of thought into, for sure.
Yeah. And so, Imani, tell me, what do events like this say about your school here at South and our district as a whole?
Well, for our school, I will say it just shows the immense amount of diversity that we have. We have students here from various places, like Rodav said, Africa, Haiti, America, all these students. And the way that we're able to bring all of those cultures together in our show is honestly something that we take pride in as well. But for our district, I will say the fact that our district gives us this opportunity to be able to do this, I mean, that just shows something as well. They take pride in the fact that our district is so diverse and that we have so many different cultures that we can bring into play. And Westerville does make a really good space for that, especially here at Westerville South.
Good. And, kind of one last question before we wrap up, but what's the one thing that both of you hope people remember about this showcase and take with them once they leave?
I want them to, I think I'm a very big person in which, like, whenever I watch a movie or I watch a play, if the theme was for you to feel happy or for you to feel love, I want to go and love on people or make other people feel happy or kind of bring that feeling into my life. So I think I want people to be inspired by the story, and I want them to actually, like, want to impact someone else, whatever they pick up, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For me, I would want people to remember the heart that goes into this. Each of our students, they take time out of their days, time out of their months, their weeks, when lots of students are involved in various other activities, but the heart, it takes heart for somebody to be able to do these, and all of our students embody that. And when they're watching the show, I hope people remember that, like, this, it may seem like, oh, it's a really big deal here at South. I mean, we take pride in being it's one of the most anticipated shows in the district, and our students, we take that and we make sure that we put that into our show. So
wonderful. And where and when can people catch this showcase?
Thursday, February 26th at 7 p.m. Tickets are about to be out, so get them before they sell out.
Be square.
There you go. You heard it from Rodav. Be there or be square. So, all right. I want to thank you both for joining us today. We want to wish you the best of luck and just say thank you for helping, bring this culture to life here in Westerville. And thank you for all you guys do.
Thank you for having us here today. We really do appreciate this, being able to speak about our show. We thank you so much. We love Westerville. Thanks for all that you do.
Joining me now is Isaac and Milani from Westerville North, here to talk about their Black History Month showcase. Welcome, guys.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. Now, we've already heard from South, but I'd love for you guys to kind of start, explain a little bit about yourselves and how you got involved in the Black History Month showcase at your school.
Yeah, so my name's Melanie Howard. I'm a senior at Westerville North. The way that I got involved in the Black History Month show is that my best friend actually forced me to join when I was a freshman. She later became the director, and as soon as she was done, she was like, hey, if you want to run the show next year, there's a spot for you. So, yeah, that's how I ended up doing it.
Yeah, for me, I remember seeing the show sophomore year and being like, this was something I wanted to be a part of, so I did it my junior year, and then our advisor came to me and was like, would you be able to handle some of this? So I did that, and my name's Isaac Kofi as well. I'm a senior at Westerville North.
Wonderful. And so tell me, back to the planning stages, how does a showcase like this come together?
So Isaac and I are in the same activities, like around the same activities at North, so I think we both understand the struggles and the strengths that we both have. So we practiced a lot, and we had rehearsals from Mondays and Thursdays from 2:15 to 4 starting in August, and then we progressed to rehearsals every day in January. And we knew when we were chosen as directors that there were going to be big shoes to fill. So we started on this script, and then we figured out the dances, and then everything eventually came together.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that is, especially for like these shows, getting all of it done early. So in the summer, you know, we meet up, we write the script, we have people look at it. We get that out of the way, we choose our dancers, make sure they get their dances. We have the trials pretty early in the year. That way, when it comes close to the show, we're not struggling or scrambling for anything last minute. We can get everything cleaned up.
So if people want to be involved in this showcase, they have to know in August, not like 2 weeks before you guys perform.
Right.
Yes.
So now you speak about the dances and everything else. Is there a moment in the showcase that means the most to either of you personally?
So for me, I'm not going to spoil the show too much, but there is a little sneak peek here. There's a moment in the second act where two of the characters have a little bit of an argument, but the argument is so relatable to the point where it's like an argument that I feel like I've had before. So writing that out really just shows that I'm not the only one that's been through this.
Yeah, I think along the same lines, especially for me, like the dancing, it makes me feel like I'm back at home. And I have both, you know, my dad was from Ghana, immigrated from Ghana. My mom grew up here in the States. And so like seeing both sides of the culture represented in these different dances really allows me to like relate to the show overall and be proud of the culture I'm from.
So really, this starts just from a collaboration of the two of you and comes together, right? There's no template you follow or anything like that. It's really what you guys put into this.
It was really just like our minds just clashed together over the summer. Yes, we definitely had some moments where we were like, why would you put that in this? Like, why would you put that there? But yeah, it really was just both of us together.
Yeah. Now, in leadership roles and directors, what is the most challenging part of leading this type of a group and through this showcase?
Yeah, I think we're seeing it now as we get closer. A lot of the times it's very easy to lead the dances, lead the acting, know what we're doing, but you know, when you have a bunch of people, you tend to have conflicts of feelings, conflicts of interest, and being able to manage all that at the same time as cleaning up all the stuff, making sure everything's good, sometimes can be challenging.
Yeah.
I would agree and say the same thing. It's definitely like the stage that we're at right now, because as much as perfect as the show is going to be on show day, it's just the fact that the before part is just the worst. Also, honorable mention, the script over the summer, it took us months and months to figure out and where we wanted to put stuff, and I would say that was probably the most challenging for me, at least.
Yeah, and how, so everything's coming together. You're in the rough seas before the storm. How does it feel seeing all these students come together in a script you guys helped build and everything just work out and be ready to go?
Well, I think it feels great seeing everyone from different cultures all get along with no issues, and I think it's something that is definitely an accomplishment that North has made since the past.
I think for the both of us, we started in the summer with nothing. We just said, we started brainstorming, what should we write? And seeing the script come to life, seeing the dances come to life, seeing everybody do the things that we planned out is so meaningful. And even this year, I would say community has been a big part, even with the Living campaign and everything like that. Mm-hmm. And so seeing community, but also community you can relate to, come out, be united, and stand together is really nice to see.
That's amazing. And, one last question. Why do you think it's important for schools to create a space for student voices and cultures?
I think it's important for us to have a space for our differences at North, because I know there's a time that space didn't exist. So I think it's crucial to keep that space open and accepting, because it prepares students for the diverse world that we live in today.
Yeah, and I think students will come to our school not realizing that there's a space for them. There's a space for everybody. There's always somebody like you there. And so being able to show that to other people, put on a showcase, shows them that they're not alone. There's somebody they can relate to.
Wonderful. Guys, I really appreciate you joining us today and really talking about this. So where can people catch it and what time?
February 12th.
7 p.m.
There's some of that tag teaming right there for you guys. So, well, thank you both for joining us today. We can't wait. Good luck. And we are super proud of you already for doing amazing things at your schools. So thank you.
Thanks so much for having us.
Can anybody tell me who refused to give up her seat on a bus in Alabama and help start the civil rights movement?
Go ahead.
Rosa Parks. Good job.
All right, last but not least, joining me now is Mel B and Lanaiah from Westerville Central High School. Hi, ladies, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. And first, can you tell me how both of you got involved with the Black History Month showcase at Central?
Okay, so I got into it straight my freshman year. A senior came up to me and told me about it, and I heard it on the announcements, and I was like, yeah, this is where I need to be. And yeah. And you want to know about the journey after that, correct? So then I got one of my closest friend into it, Maddie. I forced her to come into it. And then since then, we had built a relationship with our seniors, and we kind of had a standpoint of leadership since then. My sophomore year, I kind of transitioned to a leader without having the official label, but you could ask everybody in the cast, I was basically the leader. And then, that's when we met Lanaiah. And then this year, we had a vote for everyone who was going to be the leaders. And I got chosen as the head director. And so I'm the head director of the whole thing. And then I also help with poetry and African dance as well.
Wonderful.
So I got involved last year during my junior year. I am a senior this year. And I would say that I joined because I wanted a sense of community and where I felt like I belonged, and I had not only certain people around me, I wanted to feel that I had a community of people that looked like me and wanted that sense of belonging.
Yeah. Right. And so we heard from, students both at North and South that they started in the summer to get ready for this. Is that the same for your guys' in your showcase?
Yes. But it's been very chaotic. As some people know, Central kind of gets the downpour of all VHMs. So it's coming from last year to this year was a very hard struggle because I had to we had to just pick leaders. Like Lanaiah is a freshly new leader. Like obviously I have leaders that's been here since the beginning, but I'm just a junior. Usually it's seniors who are our leaders, but I'm just a junior. She's just a senior, but she just got into it last year. So it's just figuring out stuff as you go. And we also have new advisors as well, which have been very helpful. So shout out to Mrs. Knight and Mrs. Fickert. They've done everything that they can to make this show possible. But one thing about BSU, especially Westerville Central BSU, we always make it work.
Yeah.
We will always make it work in the end with that sense of community and unity. You will never feel like you're alone. So that's been a good help into creating the show as well.
Yeah. And Lanaiah, why did you want to get more involved your senior year?
I wanted to get more involved my senior year because I genuinely loved it so much my junior year. Like Mel B and Maddie brought me into it, and I had never had that much fun. And I thought it was just
forced her. Bro.
Yeah, I was forced into it. It was
voluntold.
It was definitely something that I will never regret doing because it's genuinely, it was so much fun. And
it's so fun. It was no matter how small the group is, no matter how big it is, we always make it so fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, how does this showcase help celebrate Black culture and history at your school at Central?
Okay, so I don't want to spoil too much about it, but our setting of the show isn't at HBCU, so obviously off the jump we're starting from Black culture, like Black excellence. So with that, we have the way we've set up our show, every character has a piece of Black excellence into them. We've incorporated by the way that things that they say. We've incorporated in the script. We've incorporated in majorette, in step, in poetry, and acting, and everything. So just throughout the show, we've created that sense of Black culture and history that you'll hear when you come to our show.
Wonderful. And Lanaiah, for you, is there a performance, a song, a poem, or a piece that really stood out for you, and why?
I would say majorette because it's generally like watching us all like grow together and work through it and see how, because really for all of us it was something new that we learned, and I think that I can't wait to like see us on the stage and like watch us all like be able to come together and to see how everybody views our dance. Like, we've worked so hard on it. That's my favorite part.
Yeah. Now you've talked about how this showcase and being involved is so fun, but what is the most fun about doing this whole process?
Really just seeing the newcomers grow. Like, you will see the person that you would meet at lunch and say, you should come to BHM. And they're like, I don't know about it. And then they come and you see them by the end of the year and you're like, wow. Yeah. Like, they're having the best time of their life. And they're like, not to lie, like my favorite person. It's so beautiful seeing every year everyone bloom. It's so beautiful because you see it right in front of your eyes. You see their hard times, their good times, and then you just see it all come together.
Now, what would you say to students who might want to participate next year but really aren't sure they want to get involved?
I would say that you should find maybe a couple things that you want to get into. Start there, because for me, that was how I was last year, and I really just jumped into it, and I ended up loving everything that I was doing.
Yeah, a lot of people that get into it, like at first are hesitant about getting into it, and then you'll see them being the fully submerged people in it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. It sounds like it's going to be an amazing show. I can't wait. But if you had to describe your showcase in one word or one phrase, what would it be?
Lanaiah, you go first.
I would say confidence, because when you see the show, you'll know. And I think it's like you'll see it around. You won't even have to watch the show to know. You can look at anybody that's doing the show and you'll know that we've all like stepped into this confidence when we're around each other and as a group.
Right. I would say this is us. And I know that sounds cringy because like that's what our show is called, but it's really, there's a reason why we named it This Is Us. It's such a performance that shows community and love and support, and it just also shows the trials and tribulations that we've gone through to make the show. So you see that all come together and see, hey, this is us. This is Westerville Central's BHM show, and yeah.
Wonderful. I got chills like from you guys talking about it. So we as a district are so proud of both of you and what your school is doing. And so where can people catch the showcase?
Westerville Central
at 7 p.m. on February 18th.
Wonderful. Just a couple days after the Valentine's Day, so be sure to not miss that. And again, thank you guys so much for coming on the show today. And we really appreciate you bringing your culture and everything to Westerville Central, but also to showcase throughout the community. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
All right.